Hi, my name is Sarah. I am 27 years old. I had my first miscarriage in 2014. I was 9 weeks along and I lost it right away. I didn't even know I was pregnant at the time. A year later, in 2015, I had a successful pregnancy with my son. He's my rainbow baby. His name's Jacob, and he's an amazing child. He is 3 years old now, and in 2018, I got pregnant again. I was very scared and nervous because I was going to be the mother of two children. I didn't know what to expect, but we were happy. The day we went to find out what we were having, we went in for a regular ultrasound. And the doctor came in and she said, "Looks like you're having a girl." And after that, she took a lot of pictures and it took a long time. And I was happy and I cried because I was going to have my little girl. But then the doctor came in and said that there was a lot of abnormalities in her brain. She said that there was fluid in the brain and that there was no brain. She also said that this baby was not compatible with life. It tore me apart, and I did not believe what she said. It was like a blur. I don't even remember saying anything. I do remember my boyfriend asking her a lot of questions, and I can't even remember hearing what was going on in that room. She was diagnosed with holoprosencephaly, which basically means that there was a lot of complications within her body, not just her brain. She had abnormalities in her face and spine. As much as I didn't want to believe these doctors and what they told me, I held on to my faith. They had to be wrong because doctors make mistakes all the time. After going through months and weeks of heartache and trying to hold on to that faith, every doctor's appointment visit after that, the news was worse and worse and worse. I remember my last checkup. They wanted me to make a decision if I would continue with this pregnancy or terminate. And I really didn't want to. After hearing those two options, I felt numb. I mean, how do you make a decision like that? It's hard. But after hearing what all those doctors told me and just how bad and severe it was, I knew I had to make the hardest decision of my life. I decided to terminate the pregnancy because I remember at that last doctor's visit, her heart was already starting to drop. And I knew I was not going to make it to my due date. And I was very scared. I was in labor all day with her. They induced my labor. I had her at 5:32 a.m. at Olive View Hospital, September 19th, 2018. The doctors and nurses, they took her, they cleaned her up. They brought her back to me in a little pink blanket and a little pink hat. And she was just the tiniest, most precious little angel I've ever seen. And I held her in my arms for hours. I didn't want to let her go. We named her Rebecca Grace. After that, we had to make funeral arrangements. But that wasn't just the scary part. The scary part was going home and having to tell my 2-year-old son that his baby sister wasn't coming home. I didn't think he'd understand me, but he did. He understood. We buried her in Oakwood Cemetery, and she had the most beautiful ceremony. I had been going to Shepherd of the Hills Church for a while. My mom noticed the bulletin and the flyer for the Wave of Light event. I felt the need to go, so my boyfriend and I went. We went in and we wore our pink ribbons that we had made in her honor. When we walked in, I was very overwhelmed because there was a lot of people there, and I was not expecting to see what I saw. But it was beautiful, and I knew we were all there for one reason. I definitely felt the love in the room. We had just buried our daughter 10 days before the event, so I felt very touched being there. I remember signing up for the In Loving Arms support group that same night because I just didn't want to feel alone anymore. And I've been going to this group about a year now. I don't know where I would be today in my healing if it wasn't for the Wave of Light event, if it wasn't for the Unloving Arms support group, if it wasn't for Shepherd Church. I'm the mother of 2 angels, and our society needs to change the way it thinks. We need to spread awareness in our community and tell the stories of our angel babies. I hope my daughter Rebecca Grace's life will impact the brokenhearted and change the way society views pregnancy loss.
Yeah.